Alright guys, as always, thanks for tuning in, and today we are talking about G-Eazy's Scary Nights project. Once again, as always for G-Eazy, this project hits the same way as his other projects have, and that's that there's a few great songs, but overall the project falls short of being a favorite or something I want to come back to over and over again. This project is relatively short. It's got 8 tracks on it, and what for me, the major issue with the project that kind of takes away from it is that the first 4 tracks are absolute bangers. They're some of my favorite G-Eazy songs that I've heard up to this point, and the last 4 are softer. They're not your typical G-Eazy banger. They're kind of more in his lighter listening repertoire, and because these 4 tracks don't hold up as well to the first 4, again, the project just kind of falls short. If I had seen these 4 softer, to me, less interesting tracks go in and be mixed in with the first 4, the whole project might be something I'm more interested in listening to all the time. But at this point, I'm putting on this project, listening to the first 4 songs, and turning it off. And that's not uncommon for G-Eazy projects, at least in my listening. Again, I'll usually take a few of the songs and not want to listen to the whole thing. But here, G-Eazy, with the first 4 tracks, Scary Nights, I Wanna Rock featuring Gunna, Full-Time Cappers featuring Moneybagg Yo and French Montana, and Big Ben featuring Preem, he's rapping interestingly. The production fits the kind of scary, ominous tone that the album cover and the album title kind of play into. Again, he's just got bars on almost every track. The metaphors he's using are interesting. They really fit him and his style. But then you get into the last 4 tracks, and they're slightly repetitive. They feel like kind of like filler, like they maybe don't fit on this project. Particularly Hittin' Licks. It sounds like it's supposed like a leftover from the Halsey era of G-Eazy, and it was a song that he just needed to put on a project because he thought it was good or needed to fill in space here. Not really sure what the angle was, of course, but these last 4 tracks, maybe if they had been their own project, next to the Scary Nights, these 4 songs, it may have, at least for me, went over a lot better. You could take them as 2 different pieces of work and what have you, but all together under the same album cover and the same title, because for me as an album, the whole thing is very important. The list, front to back, us do it in that order because that's very purposeful to me from an artist, and it just kind of misses that mark. And again, I mentioned earlier that that's not uncommon for me with G-Eazy. In his earlier projects, I would only take 3 or 4 songs from and really look at. I believe this is an EP, being 8 songs. It's kind of short in the overall hip-hop project landscape when you're seeing a lot of 18-track, and 16-track albums or projects, whatever you want to call them at this point. The album mixtape EP line is so great at this point. It's kind of getting hard to decide what is what. But yeah, I kind of want to get into the features on this. For one, there's a Gunna feature on the second song, I Wanna Rock. And I'm not a huge Gunna fan, but this Gunna feature actually has me coming back and wanting to listen to not just the G-Eazy parts, but actually enjoying the Gunna parts. So hopefully, we can see in the future more out of Gunna that's like this. I will say I also don't mind seeing a different rapper here in this spot, though. So it's not like he did anything that was super impressive. So not a bad Gunna feature. The Moneybagg Yo and French Montana feature, great song. Really love what Moneybagg Yo did. French Montana, I Could Take or Leave. And then Preem on Big Ben, probably one of my favorite feature on this project. So, and probably my favorite song on this project overall. So definitely worth checking out. The one I really want to talk about, though, is actually in the 7th song, and that's the Miguel and The Game track. When I saw The Game and G-Eazy were going to be on the same song, and I don't know if they've worked together in the past, but when I saw this, I was really excited to see G-Eazy do what he does in, rap in the really cool, intense way, really go in on a really neat beat. And The Game, of course, just flows and has bars and talks a lot of shit, so it'd be really cool to see what he can do and what they can do together to kind of create this super confident, epic air. But you also get Miguel, and then it's on that kind of softer side. Again, these last 4 tracks are on that more easy listening. So what I got out of it, and maybe I overhyped it for myself, wasn't what could have been. And I'd love to actually see G-Eazy and The Game work together in the future on something that more fits both of their styles, I would say. And again, I'm no expert or artist, but this is a missed opportunity on their part to create a really cool track. And that's it. So those are the features. It's actually kind of feature heavy for being such a short project. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 8 songs have features, and 2 of them have more than like one artist. So G-Eazy leaning in on the features for this project, though oftentimes his verses outstand them, and he's not, outshined on his own track, or he didn't get outbarred or what have you. In fact, he's usually the more intense rapper. So it's probably gonna be another short video. I just wanted to kind of give you my thoughts on the G-Eazy Scary Nights project. I'm listening to it, at least the first 4 songs. Let me know in the comments below what songs you're listening to from it. Argue with me if you think I'm wrong. Please like, comment, subscribe. The YouTube thing, that's kind of what keeps me going. This is my second video now, and if you guys keep interacting, liking, subscribing, I'll probably start making more content. I'll start sitting further away from the camera like I'm supposed to, keeping things in focus, editing things good. The production will go up, and hopefully you guys like the content I'm making. So thank you so much for tuning in if you've watched all the way to the end here, and have a good day.